What's up, Markham Gardens family? Daniel Markham here. We're back today with part two of the Chicken Run expansion project. And last video, you guys saw me. I put in the all of the framing, which was used with rebar and wire, and put in some T-posts for the support groups. And so today, as you can see here, I've already given it just a little bit of a start just so I can show you guys what's going on, but we have started wrapping it with chicken wire. And so I usually wrap all the tops of them. We do have chicken hawks in this area, so just to protect our girls and our roos from having to fight and stuff, we do put chicken wire on the top as well, and also on the sides, guys, to keep predators out and things like that. So but just wanted to bring you guys along today. Today we're doing the wrapping of it, putting the chicken wire on. I'm just going to show you guys a couple things that I'm doing just to give you an idea of where to start. If you end up wanting to do this, I want to make sure that you kind of know what it is that I'm doing. That way you can repeat the process. So anyway, give me just a second. I'll turn this around and show you guys kind of what we're dealing with over here. All right, so I have already started unrolling some of the chicken wire over here. And so what I've done is I am going to tie the chicken wire right back into this original run right here. And so you can see I've already kind of semi grabbed along the top here. I have used zip ties just to initially grab the wire. You can see right here there's a zip tie. And I have already grabbed that wire and held that taut. So I pulled from this side and pulled it. I attached it at this corner, just so I knew that it was going to be long enough to touch this chicken coop, or this chicken run, the existing one. And then I pulled this end string. So you can see that there is an end string right up there. And you pull that one. That's the first thing you want to do, is get that one taut. So I have gone ahead and pulled that one tight, and I took zip ties. You can see one right there. I went ahead and zip tied with that as tight as possible. Now I kept pulling this chicken wire. I kept pulling it this direction. So this direction, to make sure that it was as tight as can be. And then I brought it all the way down to this section here, and then attached it right here on the end. And so now what I've done is I'm going down this tight wire. So this wire that's on the end that I have made sure is super tight, I'm going through with a staple gun, and I'm stapling it to the top. You can see they're staples. So I've got 2 staples per center. Every once in a while it's too tight to put one in the center, but that'll be tight enough, and we'll hold that on the building itself. And I haven't had any issues here with the other run that we did. It has held really nicely. And so I'm going to connect it there, and then once I'm done connecting it there, I will take this chicken wire. I don't know if you can see that. Yep, the chicken wire right here. And what I'm going to do is on each one of these rebars, I'm going to take this chicken wire and I'm going to pull it out as tight as I can go. And then I'm going to take a zip tie, and I'm going to zip tie right here to hold that as taut as possible as I wrap this. So let me go ahead and I'll finish that project real quick. Let me get to that point, and I will get right back to you guys. All right, guys, I'm back. I have gone ahead and taken the first sheet. It has been fully stapled up against the whole building, and then now I have stretched it taut. And so what I did here is I came out to the end of this piece of this sheet, and I started at this end, and I basically pulled straight down right here, and I pulled out towards us here. So I pulled out and then over. So let me see how to do this. This direction, and then also that direction. So for the first one, and once I got it fully tight, then I zip tied that corner there. And then I went down to the next area and did the same thing here. So pulled it as tight as I possibly could from this back side, went ahead and pulled it tight and put a zip tie on that one as well. And so basically what I've done is I've gone all the way down this section here, and you can see it has been pulled tight to the areas of the rebar. Now you'll notice that there is a little bit of sag up in here. So there is some sag in this area. I'm not real concerned about that, guys, because when I go ahead and I put the second sheet on, when I lay the second sheet, let me see if I can get where you guys can see that. There you go. When I get to the second sheet on this, that second sheet is going to overlap this one by probably 2 to 3 inches. And so what's going to happen is once I get that other sheet overlapped, I'm going to end up with metal wire weaving the two together, and I will tighten those together. So I will overlap that wire and then cinch them down so that basically both of them are pulled together like this, really, really tight. And so let me see if I can show you guys kind of what I did on the other one. If you'll look here on the old coupe, let me turn this. If you'll look here on the old coupe, this is an example of what I've done. So I overlapped them. You guys can see there's a little bit of a flap here. And then what happened is I picked a line on this, and then I wove the wire around and around and around both of them. And I did so with quite a gap. So the loops were probably this wide. And then when I got done running a whole line of these loops, then I grabbed the end of it and I pulled it tight. And what happened is it took this one and this one and pulled them together to each other really, really tight. And you can see now it's just a really, really tight spiral all the way down. But you can see it made this quite taut. And so you can see I also repeated the same thing down here on this one. So, and so that's the concept, guys. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing over here. And so I've got the first one on there, and so now we'll just, I'll keep laying them on. You start at the top, go ahead and lay them as you go down to the bottom. We'll run all the way down to the bottom of this thing, and when I reach the bottom, I'll come back to you guys. Now, I did have one issue that I ran into, is I had originally wanted this wire to go all the way to the corner there, which is what I measured for, but sometime in the process of me stapling and tying, I ended up shortening it a little bit, so it didn't quite make it. So that's okay. What I'm gonna end up doing is I'll take all of the wire that are on the top here, just in this section, I'll leave it like that. I'll go ahead and take my next one and I'll do it correctly. I'll run it all the way out here so that it fully touches this area all along the top. And then when I get done with everything, I have some extra wire and I will come in here and I'll fill this gap. So this gap here, so the next wire though will run right along this edge right here. And so you see there's that triangle of gap that's going to be there. I'll take some other wire and I'll weave that wire into this area so that it fills that gap. My screw up, I should have double checked before I did it, but you guys know how projects are. Sometimes you get them perfect and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you mess up, and I've already stapled and put enough of it up here on the top. I'm not removing it to correct the issue. So, but anyway, I will come back to you guys whenever I get done wrapping the top of this thing. We're going to do the sides just a little bit different, but they are still going to weave together as well. But I will come back and show you guys the progress as we go. So see you in a little bit. All right, guys, so I'm back. I have gone ahead over the last few hours. I have gone ahead and finished wrapping this. I have not woven it. So basically what I've done is I've gone ahead and run zip ties on everything. Everything is just mocked up right now. You can see there's a couple zip ties right here, just holding things together. But this whole pin is completely fenced in. Now, this door section that's on the other side of this new expansion will be opened up, and I'll be framing an actual coupe door in that looks very similar to what we have over here, which is our other coupe door that I went ahead and built and we framed in. So I will have one very similar to that. over there in between those two T-posts on that far end. But for now, I've gone ahead and fenced that off. I've gone ahead and closed it off. That way the entire pen is closed. That way I can release the chickens into here and they can start cleaning some of this stuff up, because it is so full of weeds and flowers and basically chicken food. And they are, I can just tell they're itching at getting in there. So anyway, I'm about to open this up. It is just mocked up, so it is not completely done. I will come back and I'll do the weaving on it, but for now we're gonna go ahead and let the chickens in there, and I just thought you guys might want to be part of that. So let me go ahead and open it up here. I've gone ahead and I've cut a portion of this fence here out, and all I'm gonna do is lift this up, and we're gonna let the chickens in there to do their thing. So bear with me, guys. It's kind of difficult to wire it up with one hand, but I'm gonna get it. So all I've done is fold this flap up. Guys, I'm gonna build another door right here. So starting at this post, I'm gonna end up driving another post right about here. That way I can go ahead and create another framed door here, so I can close the two sections off just in case it's needed. And I may end up building another coop on this other side as well. That way we can separate flocks if need be. But I've gone ahead and opened this up, guys. We'll see how long it takes the girls to figure it out. So let's see what happens. I'll just let you guys observe, but let me go under here for them. I'm gonna go through for them, and we'll see how this goes. You guys can see the opening is right here. So it goes right up here, over and down. And here they come. Now you guys can see I have just mocked up, so I have gone ahead and run zip ties along just to connect all of the tops. But you guys can see it's already extremely taut. I mean, it is very tight. But once I go and wire all this in, this thing will be solid. You can throw any matter of winds against it and it will not budge. We had some pretty bad winds this last season, and the original run didn't even budge. It didn't move at all, so pretty happy with it. This design works fairly well. So but you guys can see they're definitely spilling in here. They're enjoying their new area, so happy chickens. So I will get back with you guys on the actual weaving portion of the fence. And I will also get back with you guys on the framing of the doors, because some of you may want to see how those doors are built. But anyway, guys, that's about it for today. I think that's going to do it for this video. We got it wrapped. You know, it's just mocked up right now. It's not a full weaving of the thing, but we'll save that for another video. I'll go ahead and do the weaving and probably make the two doors on the same day. Who knows, we might split them into even more videos, who knows. But anyway, just thought I'd bring you guys along. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this helps somebody. If you're looking at building a chicken run, guys, this is a super cheap way of doing it. It's a lot cheaper than buying the electric type fences. It gives you a full aviary, so it's completely closed up above, so that birds and predators and things can't get in there, unless, of course, like I said before, you're in an area where you've got bobcat or coyote or things like that, or a cougar that can basically bite through chicken wire, and in that case you'll have to build something a little bit stronger. I'd recommend doing something like you know, paneling, basically almost like cattle panel, but basically tighter circles than that. So but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm glad you guys came along. If you liked the video, guys, please like it. Go ahead and share this video out with people so that they know how to build one like this. I'm telling you, it's an awesome design. It's worked great for us. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Peace.